Hey all, want to walk through my first wholesale deal and how we made a profit of $25,000. I actually found this deal through my mom. She had a friend who was looking to sell her property in Chicago and put us in touch. My mom obviously knew that I was a real estate investor and mentioned this to the woman looking to sell and introduced us. I actually went over to the property to see it, get an idea of the condition, talk to the seller and see what they were looking to do with the property. We talked back and forth a bit about numbers, what she was looking for, and we were able to come to a verbal agreement. At that time, I had never wholesaled a deal before, so I knew what it entailed from a high level, but I had never actually done it myself. So I reached out to a wholesaler who I had met at a real estate conference about 6 months prior and reached out to him, asked him about the deal, asked him if it even was a deal, since I wasn't quite sure, and if we could move it to an end buyer. He said, "Hey, lock it up. It's a good deal." So he and I both went back to the seller's place, talked through the contract, went line by line with her to make sure she understood what she was signing, and we were able to get it locked up. There we signed a JV agreement, which is just a joint venture agreement that says that, hey, we'll be partnering, we'll be splitting the profits 50-50. He was able to, through his network, find an end buyer, someone who had purchased properties in the area, and we were able to get property under contract with the end buyer as well. From there, he was able to coordinate all the paperwork, all the showings, making sure that the end buyer had access to the property, that the lenders had access to the property, to make sure that the deal was fundable and that we could move forward in the transaction. So towards the middle to end of the transaction, I actually went on vacation, so I was out of town. So the wholesaler that I was working with was able to basically take over the transaction and lead us to the closing table, where we were able to make a $25,000 profit. Because of the joint venture, we split that 50-50. So I walked away with $12,500 in my pocket. Same with him. And one of the things, looking back on that first transaction, made a good amount of money. But I think more importantly is I was able to learn, one, how to structure these transactions, the paperwork needed, what the process looks like. I was really green at that point and understood from a high level what wholesaling entailed, but it was really good to have the guidance and mentorship of someone who had done hundreds of deals before to kind of coach me through and teach me the ropes. Another big takeaway I have is network with people at real estate conferences. I had met this guy at a lunch table at one of the real estate conferences. We started talking about, hey, what do you do? What does he do? And mentioned that he was a wholesaler and talked about different properties and different deals he had done. We exchanged numbers. We kept in touch. I talked to him from time to time. And when I had this deal, he was the first person that came to mind. I would recommend talking to as many people at real estate events. You never know who's going to be someone that you can partner with down the line. Overall, it was a really great experience for me to get that first transaction, first deal out of the way. Since then, I've done a number of deals. So this deal was about 3 years ago and really gave me the confidence and the ability to move forward and start my own wholesaling business. So it was a really good first step and really a springboard for everything I've done since. If you're interested in just following my journey and deals that I'm doing, deals that I've done in the past, I'll start to post more videos on different deals, different situations that we've run into. So if you find this content helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, follow. Happy to connect with anyone via this channel or Instagram. Appreciate you watching the video and hope to see you around. Thanks.